Good day, everybody. Welcome to another fun-filled video here from Titanium Training LLC here in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, bringing you the latest, the greatest, and the spaciest and most commentateous. I don't even think that's a word. It's not a word. Who cares? Exercise protocol that you guys are going to need in order to get stronger, in order to get better, in order to look better, feel better, be better. Hashtag getting better. So, with that, here's your protocol for today. What you guys have is you have 2 sections of exercise with a fun 2-minute finisher whenever you're done. So, inside of your first section of exercise, let's talk about how those rep sets things work out. So you have 3 exercises. What you have is you have 3 total rounds worth of work plus 1 extra round at the top end. So it's 4-3-3 is what we have going on today. So you have 4 sets of 8 on each side, 3 sets 10 on each side, and then 3 sets of 30 seconds for the first section of exercise. The next thing you guys have after that is when you go into section 2. Excuse me. Section 2 has the same basic idea set. You have 1, 2, 3 rounds worth, and then you do 1 more round with that top exercise inside of section 2. It's 8 each side for that one, 10 each side, and then 10 total for the last exercise. Then when you guys are done with all that, it's 2 minutes worth of whatever exercise I have at the bottom of the protocol. If you guys want an actual list of these exercises, in the description of this video and all the other videos previously, there is a description of all of the exercises in the video description. Did I say description enough? That's the description of it. Anyway, so like I said, I try to put them everywhere I can so you guys know exactly what everything looks like, and then with the rest of this video relates to the exercises and how I want you to try and do them. So with that being said, 2 exercise sections, 3 exercises in each section, 4-3-3 is your protocol. All of your reps are actually written down on the board and will be written in the description of this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns on anything, please feel free to ask as always. And if not, let's get on with the show. How's it going, everybody? Now let's talk about section 1. This time it doesn't sound like we're inside of a wind tunnel. I do have a fan going, so if you see me dripping with sweat by the time the video's over, it's only because, like I said, it's freaking hot in here. So here's what we're looking at inside of the first section of exercise. Let's talk about the first 3 exercises, and then as always, we'll chop this up and we'll talk about the next section once we're done. So the first thing you guys are looking at is a single arm underhand bent over row. So today what you guys are doing is, so instead of doing normal neutral grip is what we have, so that's thumb facing up and from the body, just like so. What I want you to do this time is I want you to get it, instead of your thumb facing forward, I want your thumb facing out. So then when you row, you're still rowing, but the idea is to add a little bit more bicep and a little bit more of the back of the shoulder into the movement. Going as heavy as you possibly can. You're going to do 4 sets. 8 on one side, 8 on the other side. If it gets too much, like you start feeling it in your back, what you can do is you can put your hand on something. Put your hand on a chair, put your hand on a bench, just as long as what you're doing is, like I said, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then when you row, you're rowing hand into hip, keeping, like I said, keeping that thumb facing away from you, giving it a little bit more bicep and a little bit more of the posterior deltoid and the subscapular region of your body. Once you've done the 8 on each side of that, as heavy as you can possibly go, the next thing you have is a hand plank with a weight slide. Now, one of the first videos that we did a couple of weeks ago had this exact exercise. So what you're doing, let me grab a weight, show you guys what I'm talking about. So your weight can be anything. Your weight can be a can of corn, because it's not about how much weight you're using, it's about stabilizing on one side of the body while you move something with the other side of the body. That's the premise of the exercise. So, what you're doing, so we'll show you from the front view, what you guys are looking at. So you're in the hand plank, squeezing the abdominals. You're going to start with the weight on one side, and then from there what you're going to do is you're going to slide it to the other side, slide it to the other side, slide it to the other side. And it's all, the whole time, the weight is actually underneath your chest. That's where you want it to be at. You want the weight underneath your chest. If you cannot do it from the ground, that's okay. You can do this from a bench, a chair, or anything like that. Let me show you how that looks. So what you're going to be doing here It's the same idea, but what you're doing is instead of doing it from the ground, like I said, it's the same basic premise. You're still in that push-up position, squeezing your abs, and you're just going to take the weight from one side on the bench, other side on the bench, other side on the bench, back and forth until you've done 10 each way, or 20 total, depending on how you count. The next thing you guys have after that is the wall sit. So, the wall sit. Yeah, this one we gotta drag you with me on this one. So with the wall sit, what you guys are doing, so you guys can see, whew, looking chubby today. So what you're doing with the wall sit, let's see if we can take this down a little bit too. Let's take that down a little bit. There we go, a little better view. So the idea is you're gonna start with your butt against the wall, feet between hip and shoulder width apart, and then you're going to bend. So the idea is making sure that your shin is also parallel to the wall, okay? Oh, sorry, no hands on your knees, and you're gonna hold this position for 30 seconds. So once your 30 seconds is up, then we're gonna stand up, and then we're gonna take this, and we're gonna move back to where we were before. How you doing? Ah, close-ups, all right, great. Close-ups, okay. So, now that you guys have seen what section 1 looks like, oh, and I apologize, what I should be talking about. Now, the advanced version of that is actually sitting in the bottom end of the squat away from the wall, holding a kettlebell. So what you're doing is you're basically doing a goblet squat, you're just holding the bottom end of it without the wall as a brace. And then, you guys, like I say, if you can't do the wall sit, like it hurts too much to do the wall sit, that's okay. Just do like 30 seconds worth of squatting. Just hit the timer one way or the other, and then just squat for 30 seconds. This way, like I said, there's always a version one way or the other in order to help you out. The next section of exercise we're going to talk about when we get there. So remember, in this first section, it's, excuse me, you do all 3 exercises 3 times first, and then you stop, do the last or the top exercise, 1 more round of 8 reps. Once you guys are done with that, like I said, stop, take a second, take a break, grab yourself some water, and then let's move on to the next exercise section. Okay, everybody, now that you're done with that first section of exercise, let's talk about section 2. So inside of section 2, what you guys are going to be doing is you guys have single leg deadlift. This time we're going to do it with a little bit more tempo. So with the tempo, what I want you to do is I want you to do 3 seconds down or slow down, and then you're going to stand up fast. That's your goal. So weight in one hand, and what you're going to do is you're going to start feet between hip and shoulder width apart, and then remember from here you want to make sure that your knees are in line and you're just propping that heel up in the back. So then from here what you're doing, hand with the weight is the foot that goes back, or it's the foot that's propped up. And what you do is you're going to go down, 1, 2, 3, and then as soon as you get to the number 3, you stand up. And it's down, 1, 2, 3, stand up. 8 on one side, switching it out, boom, boop. Same thing, 1, 2, 3, 1, bam, just like that. 8 on the other side. Now, if it's too much with the weight, get rid of the weight. I'm just kidding. Honestly, get rid of the weight. If you don't need the weight, get rid of the weight because it's honestly not important. What is important is getting a stretch of the hamstring and the glute. And then, slow, low. Yeah, go low, slow, and then up fast. That's really kind of the premise of that exercise, is to build strength inside of the hamstring and the glute, and not so much about anything else, honestly. If it's too difficult, if you have balance issues, that's okay. You can spread your feet a little bit further, like apart. Not apart like front and back, but apart like wide. Think about it like that. And then you can do the same thing wider, just with a better balance. So then you're still doing the same thing. It's just, like I said, you're at a wider stance. And if it's too much to do that, just skip the exercise. I'm just kidding. Don't skip the exercise. But like I said, if you don't have any weights or anything like that, just reach forward as you do the deadlift. Just reach forward and then come back up for the deadlift. The next thing that you guys have after that is a single arm clean and press. As you can see, it's already getting hot as shit in here. I'm already starting to sweat. haven't done anything yet. So the next thing you guys have, like I said, single arm clean and press. As I fall over, off screen, you can't see it. So single arm clean and press. Grab yourself your bag, your kitchen utensils, can of peanut butter, green beans, cream corn, a baby, a dog, Godzilla, I don't care, grab something. And then what you're doing is single arm clean and press. So you start between your legs, and then you clean. So it's bringing the dumbbell up to your shoulder, and then from here, you're just gonna press it overhead. So it's bang, bang, bang. 1, 2, 3, and then back down. 1, 2, 3, and then back down. Whew, man, that's awesome. You're gonna do 3 sets, 10 on each side of that one. I want you guys to challenge yourself a little bit and try to kind of get in through on that motion. And I do believe most everybody can do that. If you cannot do that, that's okay. Just do the cleaning aspect of it. If it's too much to try and press overhead, just clean it. So you're just going from here to here and then back down. Just focus on that aspect of it. Still doing 3 sets, 10 on each side. Once you're done with that exercise, the next thing you guys have is a lying leg raise. So this is a floor exercise you guys are doing here. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay on the ground, and what you're doing is the idea, both legs at the same time, keeping your back flat, just picking your legs up, and then letting them back down. Pick your legs up, let them back down, for 3 sets of 10. If it's too much to do both at the same time, it's okay, you can do just 1 at a time. Same thing, up, you'll do 10 on one side, switch it out, 10 on the other side, same thing, that's cool too. Whew. If that's too much, that's okay. You can do here, and then bring your knees in, out, and bring your knees in. Many different variations for you to be able to do the laying leg raise aspect of it. Yeah. And that's it for section 2. Yay! Done with section 2. All right. Now that you guys are done with section 2, stop, take a break, take a minute, and then what we'll do is we'll talk about your finisher for today. Thank you for watching. Let's get to the finisher. Alrighty then, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to set a timer. Everybody's got a timer on their phone, their computer, on something. And what I want you to do is set it for 2 minutes. That's it, just 2 minutes. You guys can do this with or without the jump rope. It's completely up to you as always. All I'm encouraging you to do is do something that requires your cardiovascular system to work a little bit harder for 2 minutes. So you can jump rope, you can fake jump rope, you can just hop in place, you can run in place, you can do jumping jacks. Like I said, whatever you need to do that you can do for 2 minutes in order to get your heart rate up, because that's all I'm trying to do at the end of your workout. Seems simple enough. We've done this a lot. We can keep doing this again. All right, so thanks guys for watching all of these videos. I do genuinely appreciate it. I'm gonna keep telling you to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, tell them what you're doing, because I'm telling them what you're doing too. All I want you guys to do is enjoy these, keep moving, keep doing good things, be awesome, because I know you're awesome. I have total faith in you, as I always have, and I always will. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do whatever it is you need to do to be awesome. Let me know if I can do anything for you by hitting me up on my phone, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook. You can hit me up on the email, whatever you guys need. Let me know, and I'll do everything I can to help you out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, that's where you need to come and hit me up. All right, now I've told you to hit me up enough. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.